can't forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me pressing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright, it made me swoon. Our love is like a summer's day, hot and endless in a magic way. Whenever I see you, all I can think is my summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. My summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. I can't forget the day we met. You looked so fly in your red Corvette. Your hair, your look, your everything. When I see it all.
Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are ready to get cooking with me. Today I'm going to be making turkey stroganoff, so if you're interested, then stay tuned. Alright, I hope you guys like this little feature. I added a little screenshot thing so you guys can screenshot the recipe. If you like it, then let me know in the comments down below. Alright, so I'm going to go in with 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. And then I'm going to go in with 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And then I go in with 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of teriyaki sauce. And I add a little bit of pepper to taste. And you want to make sure that you mix that meat up really well so every piece of meat can be coated. Alright, so now I'm going in with 1 tablespoon of low sodium brown gravy. I got this from Aldi's. Mostly everything that I'm using in this recipe is from Aldi's. Again, I'm using 1 tablespoon. I use half of it, mix it up, and then use the other half of the tablespoon. And then I go in with pot roast seasoning also that I got from Aldi's. And I use 1 tablespoon. And you want to make sure that you mix it around after you add the tablespoons in there, because you want to make sure that your meat is, seasoned evenly. So now you're about to see that I'm going to go in with a half a teaspoon each of salt-free seasoning that I got from Aldi's. One is garlic and herb, the other one is a table blend, and I love these seasonings. They have so many options at Aldi's, and they have a lot of salt-free options. So after you go in with your seasonings, you want to make sure that you mix the meat, just to make sure that your meat is evenly coated. So now I'm going to go in with some Irish butter, and I'm going to coat my pan evenly, and then I'm going to add my onions, and I'm going to let them cook down. This takes a while, but I'm going to kind of caramelize them. I let them cook down, and then I do, once they start to, soften, I add a little bit of sweetener to caramelize them, because I don't want to use regular sugar because I'm on a diet. So once they are the texture that you want them to be, and they're very soft, you put them in a bowl, and in that same pan you put a little bit of butter, and then you add some minced garlic after the butter is melted, and then you add your washed spinach, and you let that cook down, and you'll know when they're done. They kind of turn a darker green, and they kind of have a collard green consistency once they're all the way cooked through. So now I'm going to transfer my spinach into a bowl, and in that same pan I'm going to start cooking my ground turkey. That's about 2.5 pounds. So after you put your ground turkey in there, you start on your little stroganoff sauce. I used the Fit and Active cream of mushroom, and then I filled the can up with water, and then I poured that in there, and then I poured the can of beef broth in there, stirred my ground turkey. Now I add the rest of those packets inside of my stroganoff. And you mix that up, and then I add some mushrooms in there, and you want to make sure that you mix it up and then cover the lid so it could cook down and thicken, and always check your meat while it's cooking. Now I'm going to add some water to a pot, put a little bit of salt, and then wait for it to boil. Now I'm transferring my meat to a bowl, and then I'm going to add the juice to the stroganoff gravy, And then I add a little bit of flour and water just to thicken it up a little bit more. You don't have to do that, but I did that because I like my sauce to be thick. And I add a little bit of sweetener, just 1 packet, and I mix it all up. And then again, I cover it up until it thickens. But before I do that, I add the spinach and onions in there. After you add that, you want to mix it up, and then your water should be boiling by now. So you add your noodles. My noodles are done. I strain them, and then I kind of bounce it up and down to make sure all that excess water is out. Pour the noodles back in the pot, and then I add my meat gradually, mix it around, and then add the rest of the meat until it's all mixed up. And then I add my gravy. I add half of it, mix it around, and then add the other half. And last but not least, I add my scallions just to have that extra greenery in there. And that is it. That is how you make turkey stroganoff. You can't tell me that doesn't look delicious. Alright, so if you made it to the end of this video, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. It came out bomb as hell. So if you try it, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. My Instagram name is All Things Kimber Day, just like my name on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and hit that bell notification. Bye.